welcome to another episode of Extreme School Makeovers. This is Raglan Powell Jr., your neighborhood hero. Okay, one thing I want to say is, I know school is out. Yes, school is out. The kids are home. The teachers are wrapping up, and the janitors are finishing up their daily duties. Okay, and most people would say, you know, why are you still going to these schools? Nobody's there. Well, my understanding is this is the perfect time to do it because nobody's there. We can go in and do what we have to do with nobody being in the way. We can go in and do what we have to do and get it right. So when school starts back, they don't have so much to do, okay? We can focus on certain areas of the playgrounds. We can focus on certain areas in the front of the schools. We can focus on certain areas, maybe even on the inside of the school that needs taken care of, okay? So just because school's out doesn't mean the work stops. You know, we still have a mission. We still have an agenda to keep going on, because I know one thing about it is, and if anybody can relate, it's better when you can just maintain it versus going through there and doing a whole big shebang at one time and weighing yourself out. Yeah, because I look at certain videos of these, landscapers and these people going and doing these overgrown yards and stuff like that. And for me, to going out there and doing these schools and stuff like that, I'd be tired by the time I get home. I know daggone well they beat. I know they don't know which way is up. So, it's better to jump on it now before it gets out of control. And then by the time school starts back, if they decide they want to plant some flowers or get some fresh mulch or, do some planting or something like that, everything will be already prepped and ready to go, okay? All they have to do is just maintain it till when school starts. So if anybody was wondering why I'm still doing it even though school is out and no one's in there, that's why. Okay, we got to stay a step ahead so this stuff don't get out of control. I know I'm only one person. I know I can do what I only can do, but I'm going to do as much as I can as long as I'm here on this earth and got breath in my lungs and got a good heart to spread to everybody. Here you go. Love for everybody. All right, so that's the reason why I'm still doing it, because we have to stay on top of it, okay? All right, if you hadn't already, subscribe to the channel, give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment. All feedback is good feedback in my opinion. Help out the channel a little bit, it'd be very much appreciated. If you hadn't already, hit that notification bell so you'll be abreast of what the neighborhood hero got in store for you, okay? So, sit back, relax, grab your cold cut grapes and your cherry coke Slurpee. I'll see you in a minute. Love you. Love for everybody. Just checking in to see if you're still with me. Making sure you ain't, duff off nowhere and not really paying attention. On the last video, I told you I'd be checking up on you periodically. Okay, so if you have to use the bathroom because, them bushes, they were out of control, and, that front was a little tiring for me. So I thought I'd check in with you all to give myself a little break. Okay, so if you have to use the bathroom or you have to do something, push pause, don't do that, reload them snacks, come on back and enjoy the rest of Extreme School Makeovers. I'll be here. Matter of fact, I'm about to get back to work. Okay, I was just checking on you, so I'll see you in a minute. Love you. Y'all still with me? Yeah, one thing I wanted to chime in and say is there are a lot of leaves, and the leaves are impacted into the ground. They're up under this high grass, and I'm gonna try to get as much as I can up, but I'm gonna neaten it up as much as possible. Let me show you. So down here and over here, it's just cake with leaves all over, along with the high grass that's going on around. And then along this fence line right here, it's just literally just cake. So what I'm gonna do is get all these weeds up and everything. I can't get on the inside because the gate down here is locked. Let me show you. Because the gate down here, see, all of this stuff is just like leaves everywhere. But I'm gonna get all the vines and stuff off, but see, the gate is locked down there. Okay, so I'm gonna do as much as I can just to make it look presentable and stuff like that. And then once, yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can to make it look as presentable as possible. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab me a drink of water and get back to work. Okay, so I just wanted to chime in and just let you all know what was going on. Why he leaving all the, it's a lot of leaves that they just cut and just mowed over and just, just left it there. So it's just like really caked in there. So I'm gonna just neaten it up as much as I can. All right, So touch bases with you in a little bit. Love you. That's it. That's all. Okay, so now that you done seen everything, and now that you know the summertime is fully here, we got those bushes pruned, we got those weeds, cleared out the beds. We got most of those leaves that were along that fence and cut those tall weeds down. Now it's the summertime, and all of this stuff is nice, neat, manicured. It's not going to be growing as much. Okay, so by the time school starts or whatever the case may be, or next time the janitors get the chance to come, it won't be in such bad shape. They'll be able to do it and have it manageable for when they come to service the grounds. Okay, so that's the point of doing it while school is out, so it'll just be manageable, because it's the summertime. Nothing's growing like that. Okay, not unless you're constantly watering and watering and watering, and as we know, schools ain't watering nothing. They're not gonna get out there and water them bushes and that grass. No, no, they're not. So that's why I said, now that everything is nice, neat, manageable, they're A-okay. All right. So thank you for staying towards the end. It's very, very much appreciated. Okay. I will see you all next Sunday. Next Sunday, there will be a new episode of Extreme School Makeovers. Okay? Stay tuned for the before and afters, and I'll see you next Sunday. Love you. Oh, don't forget, love for everybody. Love you. See you next Sunday.